Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is a divinely timed message for you. So this is something you need to hear now at this time. It is time for you to hear this. It is in the right time and order for you to hear this. So as always on this channel, I do not pre-plan or pre-pick any of the cards or decks. For any of the piles, I allow Spirit to completely guide me from beginning to end so that each and every pile are unique to themselves. And as you can see today, Spirit chose to use the same deck for each significator card, all right, which is something different as of late. So yeah, pile 1, we have the Jade. Pile 2, we have the Rhodenite. And pile 3, we have the Hematite. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys some time to meditate on your cards, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your divinely timed message for right now. Okay, so you guys were attracted to the Jade. Just put that right there. We're going to get right into it. I don't know what these cards are. You guys got 2. Okay, so we have the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords with the Painter. All right, what is this telling me here? First of all, what I notice is light entering. Same side on both these cards from the top corner. So it's almost as though a light is going to be shone on you, on your path, some kind of clarity, okay? As far as your deepening on your path, as far as maybe some kind of new modality or some new information or some new wisdom that you're receiving. Okay, that could be from the divine, that could be from within your own, soul. That could be you going back to school or to school. This could be you having a realization, okay, about your deeper path, about your purpose. It's like there's some kind of light, some kind of clarity that is coming in that is allowing you to almost deepen into your knowledge of something onto your path. It's like it might be the next level, entering the next level. You're like, okay, now I know what I have to do. Now I have the inspiration, right? Now I have the clarity of the way forward, of the actions to take. Something's becoming clear. Something's becoming shown to you, okay? And for whatever reason, you need to know about this now. I don't know if you need clarity on something, like, was this something I needed to be shown? Was this an aha moment? Like, was this true? It's like, this is saying yes. Like, there's something now becoming clear about your path, about your way forward, about your, I want to say, like, your enlightened path, or your guided destiny, really. Okay, we're going to just put these up here as we get more information. I'm also getting for some, there could be it's like something gets shown, or like you get this like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see that before, or oh my gosh, this would be perfect, as far as like a lesson learned that is able to now translate into something practical along your path. So let's say you're like, oh my gosh, you learned a massive lesson that gives you clarity as far as the way forward, as far as what to do, as far as what you need to focus on. And it could look like this. This is one example. You take a lesson from the past, or a lesson that's trying to show itself to you, that will be shown to you as far as like, oh my gosh, I get it now, right? I know now what this was trying to show me. And you can then channel it, funnel it into something creative or into something practical for yourself that's going to propel you or move you forward. Okay. Exactly. Exactly. We got justice with breakthrough. You're getting some kind of breakthrough, some kind of realization, some kind of light, some kind of something's being shown, revealed. Wow, look at that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune with change that then triggers this massive shift, massive change in the destiny, in your fate, in your fortune. Okay, this is some massive breakthrough that is here to trigger the fates, trigger your destiny, to keep things rolling, to finally get things moving in some direction that is deeply connected with your higher path, your path here. Okay. Yeah, it's you're having, now is the time where you're going to have a massive breakthrough as far as information, some kind of lesson learned, right? Knowing some kind of, getting some kind of deeper wisdom, getting some kind of divine clarity or divine inspiration or download gives you this breakthrough. Now I know exactly what to do or what move to make, or now I see clearly why I've been here. It's like almost, it could be an acceptance, right? This whole time, maybe I was in this space to accept something, to heal something, to learn something. Now I see it. Now I see it with divine clarity. And then it triggers the movement. It triggers this big change, this big forward motion, an ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new. Yeah, it's like now, okay, now we can go. Now the pathway is open. Lovers at the bottom. It's like coming into union with the higher self. It's like, yeah, there's some kind of higher learning, higher realization. There we go. The time is now because it's ripe to be now. You're ready. You're ready to see this. You're ready to learn this. You're ready to now move on. So the time is ripe for this to now occur, for you to have this breakthrough. Okay, and this could be, right, we have the painter, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This could be in a project, a business, something creative, something you're very passionate about or very motivated to move on, to have it be part of your path, okay? Or it is deeply part of your path, and now it's finally able to ground into the physical. It's time now for something real to fall into your life, or something of greater value for it to begin happening. Yeah, it was like something was, your mind was clouded by something. Your mind, it could be guilt, it could be shame, it could be worry, it could be trying to figure things out in the wrong way, or not being able to accept something. But with the Hierophant, I see there was a deeper lesson here, a deeper path, and then the understanding and acceptance of something. And that is truly valuable to you. That is the breakthrough. That is the thing now that is now opening up. Now we can shift. Now we can move. Now we're no longer feeling stuck or stagnant or still, because we were able to solve something. Something is solving within our mind, within our thoughts, within our beliefs, our values, our principles, the system, that we were put into, the systems that we were that were put upon us, perhaps. But yeah, it's like there's a light. I see the light that's clearing up this fog, that's clearing up this cloudiness, this darkness. And now it's like, okay, all systems are go. Time is right. The time is ripe. The fruit's ripe. You're ripe. You're ready. Let's go. Things are going to start happening. Things are going to start working. You're going to start receiving, okay, big abundance, clients, yeses, okay. It's now time for this thing to begin fruiting for you, okay, where you can actually have it in your hand and eat from it, okay. It's fruiting. Okay. Yeah, you're at the end of a tough cycle here. Things may have felt really, really heavy or cloudy. All right. It was like you couldn't think straight. You couldn't see the way forward. You couldn't see why. Why is this happening? Why have I been going through this? You know, why these lessons? And then whatever it is, it's just the time is now right for you to see, for you to gain the clarity as far as the why, as far as, I see now. Okay. Now I can accept. Now I can let go, right? Now and then the energy, that's the breakthrough. All right, we have the King of Berries, energetic projects, coordination, leadership. Beautiful. We see that again here with the Hierophant, okay, and the King of Berries. And the Queen, for sure, the Queen of Swords, this leadership, okay? You are maybe being trusted within to lead others. This could look like, I mean, you have energetic projects, right? I'm just going to cover up these little things. There are projects that you're very much focused on or excited about, wanting to get going, wanting to make work. Maybe that requires you to step into a leadership position, lead a team, create collaborations of some kind or another, or just work with other people to get your ideas done or, you know, worked through. That could be, you know, clients, that could be manufacturers, you know, that could be employees, right? And so whatever, and we see that again, you are being asked to rise into leadership, okay? And now you're ready, but you couldn't have done it before because there was all of these things that were maybe these doubts of your own power, of your own leadership, right? Of like, you know, can I do it? Am I talented enough? And now there's like some confidence coming in. There's some that breakthrough, right? This enlightening moment, this eye-opening moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I am ready. Like, what am I waiting for? Or why have I been so worried about this or so in my head? It's like, look at this confidence of this man. He's like declaring, follow me, right? It's like there needed to be that readiness, okay? That knowing that I am mature enough, I am ready enough, I have enough experience, learned lessons. I've truly gone through things that I've learned deeply from, okay? And now you're ready to step into the leadership. Because you have maybe a lot of passion. You have projects you want to get done. And it might take other people, right, to get these things done. And we have the Empress, the Virgin Mother, motherhood, caring, compassion, divine feminine. Exactly so. Again, we have this this starts with you having to realize self as this nurturer, as someone who can create this and carry it and is deserving enough to have this beautiful creation. Okay, whether this be a creative project, a business, or a physical, it could be an actual child, okay? But we see you had to energetically align with the belief in which you are the one to create this and have this, and that you can actually handle this and grow with this and nurture this thing into its fullness, right? Into abundance, and that you deserve abundance, and that you are ready to accept abundance in return for this creation or for this project, right? Whatever it is. Or that you are abundant enough to support this thing, okay? It needed to be there, and the light is now, it's here, okay? The breakthrough is here. And so, yeah, and you are being trusted with this because of your caring and your compassion, and because you're the right one to make this happen. You're the leader that this energetic project needs, okay? You contain the coordination and I think you're very much intelligent. You're very much a quick thinker. You can think of solutions quite easily. And so, or at least you have the background, or you've had the experiences, right? To be able to reference what you need from your lived experience in order to grow this thing, in order to delegate, to maneuver properly, right? To bring what the situation needs. Does it need compassion? Does it need, just flat out honesty, brutal honesty, right? It's like there's this, yes, intelligence on the pathway forward, and seeing clearly and doing what needs to be done. But there's also this thing of, I need to nurture this thing. I need to love this thing. I need to, support those around me in order to create this thing into its fullness. Okay. So it's time for that. It is time. You are going to be having a major enlightening moment very soon. Solution to something that was keeping you stuck, or divine clarity finally, where the way is made clear to go forward and how to do that. Or just finally I have the confidence and the energy to know the pathway forward, to have the energy to see it, or to figure it out, or to know who to contact, or there may be a message coming through. All right, so we have the Four of Swords with restriction. What about that? What about that restriction? Four of Wands with retreat. Okay, what about this? Why are we seeing these fours? Six of Cups with disinterest. And I'm going to get one more. Okay, we're going to get three more. You know what? Maybe I'll try. I'm going to try to see how these are talking to me. And then I'll continue with the next three. Okay, so what I'm getting, now it might be different for everybody, but what I'm getting is that there was a time in which that's why you're in this space of rest and retreat, okay? 4 and 4. It's like you were in this stable position, but also almost like a dormant state, okay? And that was to be able to look at, maybe there was, there is disinterest, the word, but I'm also getting disbelief, Like almost there was a disbelief in your own ability, or there was almost something stopping you from believing in the possibility of this dream, or the possibility of it getting to this place, or being able to actually like have success, get to a successful place, or a disbelief in yourself, in being able to have this, to support this. Okay. Maybe it did mask as disinterest. Maybe you're like, well, I'm not interested in that, or I'm not, I don't know if I'm ready for that, or, I feel like this time to get clear on your desire forward, on the way forward, on, am I ready for this? Is this something I want to fully commit to? Yeah, I almost want to let's get more, because I want to get more information here. We have the sun with blessings, beautiful. We have the Four of Cups with family, so you have 3 4s now. And you have the Ace of Wands in reverse with burnout. Can you see all of these? We're going to lift these up. Okay. Okay. I'm also getting a resolution here to certain things, an advice going forward. If you ever fall into burnout or feeling disinterested in something, then you know that you have to retreat, okay? Go into rest, which could be, restrict yourself from working, from burning out, okay? Don't burn yourself out. Because we saw there is energetic projects, right? So with this thing starting, you might get super, super into it, very consumed by it. Okay. They want you to be able to recognize when you're going too hard. Okay. Don't burn out. Recognize when the burnout's there and retreat. Restrict yourself from certain things, from working. Okay. And replenish yourself with family. Okay. That might be a really beautiful, that might be a way, an energetic way for you to fill your cups again. Okay. So you are coming into a time of great blessings, of great happiness, of rejoicing, and in those, in things working, steady on your way. I mean, this is the most positive card, right? You are truly coming into an enlightening time, a blessed time in your life. Okay. And so if you're ever feeling like I'm just disinterested in this now, or it won't be like forever. It's just, there's going to be times where maybe you're like, I've been working so much. I'm so tired. Okay. And it's almost gone too far to the point of disinterest and burnout. Retreat, restrict, connect with family, fill up your cups again, fill up the energy, hang out with those who are going to fill your cup. Take time out of work, take time out of this thing. Those are the recognize, right? These moments where you're like, okay, I'm feeling uninspired, right? That's when okay, I have to take some time out, fill my cups, talk to my family, energize, hang out with my friends, hang out with those who I know are going to, I can vent to, that are going to make me laugh, that I'm going to have a good time, that I can kind of forget about things, and then I can come back filled, right, ready to go, ready to work. Okay, and they want you to know everything's going to be stable. You'll have the stability, okay, to do this, right? You'll never be in a position where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't stop, right? You'll always be stable enough to take time out, to take a break. Make sure that you are feeling good and filled and confident and loving and feeling good about yourself. And you always make sure that this cup is filled. Okay, that your cup is filled so that you can show up in the way that you need to, you know, in the highest form, okay, so that you don't fall out of anything. All right. There you go. You have it again. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. It's time for you to fly. All right. This is time for you to build something of great value and luxury. This is time for you to build this project, this business in your life, and receive a lot of abundance and a lot of success, a lot of independence, financial security. Okay. It is your time to have something that you can rely upon. And this is you. You know, you are running this, you are leading the show. And so that's why they're telling you, beware of burnout. Don't let yourself burn out. Take time to yourself to treat yourself. Go to the spa, right? Restrict, rest when you need to rest, okay? Don't be afraid that things are going to fall apart or it's going to lessen. It will not do that, okay? Make sure that you're having balance within your time spent, that it's not all spent at work, okay, or on this thing, that you're giving your family time, because that's going to give you energy, that's going to fill you up, your friends, right? Doing things that are going to make you feel happy, like go do community things, hang out with fun people, do fun things, go dancing, like do things, or just, have a bath, give yourself time to have a bath, go to the spa, whatever it is you like to do that fills you up, okay, that makes you feel good. And look at that, you have the sun. I mean, wow. Pile 1, you are truly coming into such a blessed time in your life where you're going to have a lot of success. Okay, you're going to be shining. You're going to be on top, okay? This is very extremely positive energy and good news. And so the time is now right for this, and this is about to happen and occur in your life. So much blessings, so much financial security, success, okay? Feelings of joy, overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's working. It's happening. This is my life. Like, what? Okay. It's nothing but just beautiful, beautiful, supportive, loving, successful energy, like blessings upon blessings for you guys. Okay. And this is why Spirit wanted to tell you this. Just please, you are safe. You are secure. Make sure you stay balanced. Make sure you treat yourself well. Fill your cup so that you can show up in this beautiful, light, bright energy, especially if you're going to be leading some kind of team or working with other people. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions from a place of love, right? From a place of gratitude. That will allow and help this grow and prosper in the right ways. Okay, we don't want to be acting from burnout. It can make us snappy, right? Disinterested. We want to make sure that we're showing up every day with full energy. And that means taking a day off or two, right? To give back to ourselves and hang out with those who love us. Okay? So that was your timely, divinely timed message today. And I hope this was helpful for you. I mean, you have so many blessings and just great energy coming your way. Let me know if this is already happening in your life, or if you know about this already. That would be beautiful. And if this reading resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. There's also some energy healings that I offer as well. So that's there. If you have any questions, let me know. You can email me, which is also down below. All right, pile one, all my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading today. This is your divinely timed message. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's something you need to hear right now. So let's get right into it. You got the Rhodenite, and have not seen these cards. You got 3. Okay, so yeah, let's get right into it. Let's go. You have the Aeon. This is the Judgment card. Wow. Major awakening that's happening in your life right now. I can see why Spirit's like, this is divinely timed. They need to hear this now. Okay, it's big energies. All right, we have the 5 of Swords with defeat. And the 8 of Cups with indolence. Okay. Okay. So I see why you're having this major awakening, because I'm going to put these down here so you can see them without the glare. I want to see there's something here. You lost in something. You've lost something. You feel defeated in one manner, one sense or another. The 8 of Cups here. And with indolence like can talk about laziness, but it almost feels like you're having an awakening out of something that may have been some bad habit. It's like I'm getting the feeling of like someone just being like, that's it. I'm working out today. I'm making the change today, right? We can see here in the reflection, there's a different version of this person that they're seeing, that they're connecting to, right? There's a big change here. You're leaving behind something, maybe a defeatist attitude, maybe a victim attitude, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's gambling, right? There's something here that was maybe holding you back, keeping you low, right? Keeping you down from your potential. That could be holding on to something of the past, like why did they do that? Why did this happen? Feeling like life's defeating us, like it's hard, like I can't get ahead, right? There's something here, and that could be eating too much junk food. That could be, working at a job we don't like, and waking up to, you know what, I have to make this change. I have to connect with my deeper purpose. There's something here that I know I have to do, that I have to leave behind, right? And so there's a major awakening going on within you at this time to connect with a higher version of yourself, with a higher version of your life. And that's going to mean cutting some things out, cutting some people out, leaving behind certain behaviors, beliefs, maybe people, places, physical things, okay? It's like, yeah, no more. I know this is making me feel down, making me feel less than, making me feel sad, victimized, or like I'm just not connecting in with the greater picture of who I am or my life. All right, this is awesome. Good for you. I love this energy, pile number 2. This is like, it's big moves and it's big shifts, and it's a big person that can do this, that can say, look, I need to make a change here, right? There's things that are not benefiting me here. There's things that are keeping me down, keeping me stuck, keeping me from becoming who I know I can become, right? My greatest version of myself. And this is my favorite kind of energy. So I'm getting the example right now of when I was in Ireland, and I went to this church, right? me and my partner, we like to go wherever we are. We like to go into like every church. Doesn't matter like what, it could be, it could be temples, it's Catholic churches, it's, Protestant churches. And this one was, we just like to go in and see and just experience it. And the people are always so kind. And it's just, it's a way to connect. It's just beautiful. It's just so nice. And so we went into this church. It was my favorite one. It was the least church-like looking, where it was like one of those, almost like a storefront, like an old storefront. It had a small stage at the front. And it was just chairs, like fold-out chairs, right? But everyone there was a former addict, right, who had found God, okay? And their finding of God brought them out of their addiction, okay? And it could be like AA is like that for people, right? This was a little bit different, although I'm sure a lot of those people went to those programs. But that was my most favorite experience, was connecting with those people and being at that church. I found it the most, I found the most connection with the preacher, right? The man who was up and giving the, basically the lessons. Like, it was the best because they took lessons out of their own lives, connected it with Bible verses, right? So it was really beautiful, and it made me the most connected with the message, right? Because I was like, wow, these people have real lessons, real things they've been through, okay? And I don't know why I had to tell you that, but I'm just saying those are the turnaround is the most impactful. It's easy if you've always been on the high path, right? But if you've been at the darkest or the lowest of lows and you've brought yourself out of it, that is truly, truly miraculous and magnificent. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords with Truce. We have the Three of Wands with Virtue. And we have the Ten of Cups with, someone told me, satiety. Okay, and thank you for that. I'm so sorry. I forget the name of the person who told me how to pronounce that, or how they pronounce it. Satiety, which makes total sense. And now that you say that, I'm like, yeah, that totally makes sense. If you're here. I don't know if you are, but if you are, shout out. Cool. So that's laying down the sword, the truce. There's something here where you're like, I've had it with something. I've had it. I can't go on any longer. I can't do this any longer, right? I'm moving on from this. I'm no longer subscribing to these views, subscribing to this idea, putting myself in these situations in which I always feel defeated or low, right? And that could be a job. That could be something we're just not aligned with, right? Where we know we're kind of, we're betraying ourselves on some level, okay? And so we've laid down the sword, and which is now awakening. It's triggering this awakening. It's triggering this moment of rising out of the dead and becoming something new, seeing ourselves, seeing the world in a new way, which then leads us to the Three of Wands, rising in the ladder, right? Rising up out of the danger, out of the fire, okay? Using our virtue, our inspiration, okay? We are rising up the ladder, walking into a new situation, walking into a new experience, opening up into a new experience, okay? A new experience is headed our way, and guess where it leads? Us leaving this behind is leading to our Ten of Cups, our fullness of love, of support, of appreciation, complete and utter fulfillment, and feeling like, oh my gosh, wow. Like, I'm so, so happy and glad I left this behind. I'm so glad this is an attitude, or this is a habit, or something that I was able to have the strength to cut it out of my life. I was able to lay down the sword and say, look, I might not know all the answers, but I know I can't continue on this path anymore. I can't continue doing this thing anymore. I can't continue allowing this or these people or this thing in my life anymore. And now, because of that, right, it is now leading you to the 10 of Cups. I'm seeking something more than this. I know there's more out there for me, and you'll find it, and you are finding it. Okay, beautiful. $10-10 on the timer there. All right, and the 10 of Cups. I mean, so major, and we have 10-10 here as well. Okay, so major endings and new beginnings. There's like a new cycle coming in for you. There's a new self. It's like, yeah, just, and I also see 3, 4, 5. It's like things are happening in succession, as in steps. Page of Books, reading, learning, exploration, a new job. Okay, so that could definitely be a synchronicity for some of you. Okay, there's a new page being turned in your life. That might mean you going back to school, right? That might mean you taking on a new job, exploring your options, exploring what else is out there. Maybe you learn some new information that awakens you, that you see, okay, now I know where to go. Now I know what opportunity to take or what direction to go into. And we have the Hierophant, the Surgeon, health, removal of blockages, unnecessary worry. So again, could be health for a lot of you. You know I have to cut these certain things in my life. I'm going to do some research about it on maybe the best replacements for certain things, foods. I'm going to look into the best diet. I'm going to look into the best kind of workout or regimen, or like where I can go and focus on these things. This could be, just making like a major change, cutting things out. All right. Doesn't have to be, of course, but these are the certain, couple things that I'm seeing. This again could be looking into programs. Okay, what support is available to me? This is what's being removed now is blockages, okay? Is things that were standing in your way. And it might not be always the most comfortable, okay? But it is being removed, and you do not have to worry, okay? You do not have to worry that you truly are moving towards much happier, brighter times and days, and people who are more supportive, more like you, a job or an environment that is much better to be in, okay? Much happier, much brighter, much lighter. You're going to be able to be yourself, to finally feel like yourself, okay? Not have to hold back. You can be the person that you've always felt you were or wanted to be, okay? So yeah, there's definitely such new things. That might mean you maybe you're looking into certain things now, doing research, doing some higher learning, needing, and maybe that's where you're going into. That might be the stage in which you're at. Okay, regardless, that's the right move. Okay, it's how do I want to move forward? What interest, what's piquing my interest? What do I need to learn more about? What would be the best program for me to enter into? What would be, the best place for me to kind of apply to? We have the Knight of Swords. Exactly. This is, again, this forward movement and this determination, this clarity of thought, this clarity of the pathway forward and of what choices to make. Okay. You are having an awareness and an eye-opening experience where your mind is finally going to be at rest, where it's settled. And then the way forward becomes clear, or at least you're letting your curiosities guide you forward into making moves, into moving yourself in the right direction, in the letting your curiosities, your interests, okay, your mind lead you in the way forward. Picking up clues, doing the right research, right? And then the pathway becomes clear. The pathway reveals itself to you. The way forward becomes clear. For some, this could even be someone coming towards you to help guide you, okay, because we have the Hierophant here as well. There could be someone coming in to kind of help guide you the way forward. It could be a teacher, could be a friend, okay, some kind of guide. But yeah, 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You've been feeling stuck, still stagnant, King of Swords, right? You're going from feeling stuck and overwhelmed and like your mind is blocked, the energy's been interfered, or your beliefs of what's possible. And then what's happening is that you are coming into mastery, into clarity, into, true wisdom, mastering the mind, mastering the thoughts, and truly stepping into your confidence of who you are and what you can create, what you can accomplish. It's this new self. And that's why we have the Knight and then we have the King. It's you are truly becoming something new, becoming something else, evolving. Okay, you're having that awakening. And so it's like within this learning, within this expanding, I'm learning more about myself and I'm evolving as a soul, as a human being. Okay, and just everything's becoming clearer and brighter. Okay, we're going to go back and happier. You're going to be so much happier. We're going to actually take more of these. Okay. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Empress. Beautiful opposite energy here. And we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be health. This could definitely have been affecting your health for a lot of you. But it's like it's coming out of the defeated attitude of, I could never do this. This will never work. I don't have the funds. I don't have the support. I don't have the money. Or there are things where my money's being funneled into that are keeping me down, keeping me sick, keeping me limited. Okay. Or there's thoughts, there's habits that I'm doing, or thoughts that I'm keeping in my mind that are keeping me in this place. What's happening is I'm having the awakening that I am healthy, or that I am deserving of these blessings, that I am love itself, creation, that I truly have the power to create everything I want to create. And that just requires me to make the right decisions and the right movements forward that are going to support this health, that are going to support the wealth, that are going to support me, right, in who I am. And that means loving myself first, loving myself to the 10th degree, okay, inviting love, accepting myself, all right, knowing myself as healthy, wealthy, and full of love and deserving of that love. Okay, so there's something here where we were in lack, victimhood, feeling without support, without the tools, really disempowering ourselves in one way or another, and turning that into determination, turning that into becoming and aligning ourselves with the energy of who we want to be, right? And all that entails, and coming into that energy and that emotional signature of what that feels like. Me feeling filled with love, filled with wealth, right? Deserving. It's coming into that emotional health that is so key, and then begins to transform our outer world, because our inner world is this beautiful, fertile ground in which the best thoughts live and grow, in which the highest emotions live and grow, and then watch the physical catch up, right, with the outer, with our inner world, where everything you need and want is attracted to you. Okay, and so let me know in what stage you're at on this, but for whatever reason, this is a timely message. I think it's because you're having a great awakening now at this time, and it is time for you to come out of lack, out of ill health, out of victimhood, and into empowerment, into love, into knowing thyself as love and as deserving of all of the blessings, right? Beyond what you can even imagine, just connecting with that deep, brilliant, blessed love. God has my back. I have everything I need. I just have to connect and vibrationally match that energy. Okay. And that means embodying all of those things. All right. And loving yourself completely. And that means by taking the right actions forward. You need to take actions that reflect that self-love, right? If I want abundance, right? I want certain things in my life, but yet I keep spending all my money on booze, right? And I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling unmotivated, right? And I keep spending all my money on things that don't matter in my life, and I'm just wasting it away. I need to make certain changes in my habits, in my unconscious, acts that reflect this love and beauty. And instead of spending on alcohol, I'm going to save that money, or I'm going to invest it into things that are going to help me going forward. Meaning maybe it's a gym membership, meaning maybe that's my business. I'm finally going to start putting that time and energy now that I'm feeling good, now that my next day is not a hangover and it's actually I'm being productive. I'm thinking about my health and my money and where that's going. It's like there are certain habits that need to be shifted, but I think you're realizing that, and I think that's why you're here. Okay. Ace of Swords, exactly. There's a breakthrough, a new thought, a new version of yourself, seeing clearly, seeing what I need to do, having an awakening, having an epiphany. Seven of Swords, yeah. Excuse me. This is almost making me think of what is it in my life, right? The thoughts that I've been allowing to keep around that have been like unconscious, right? That's what I'm getting here. They're unconscious, but they're dangerous because especially they're unconscious. It's like, what have I been allowing? What thoughts or beliefs or things in my life have I been allowing that were actually dangerous for me, that were keeping me stuck, that were keeping me low, keeping me down, right? It's like now I'm seeing this big unconscious, or these unconscious things I've been allowing to kind of run the show, right? They're becoming clear to me now. I'm seeing for the first time, or I'm seeing them in truly, in their true reflection and truly what they are and how they're impacting me, right? Impacting my life, my security, my finances. Two of Pentacles. Doing the old switcheroo. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. And the Five of Swords again. Again, new beginning, new eye-opening insights that lead to, grounded progress in healthy, positive, money-making ways. Could be money-making, could be health, could just be, health and well-being. This could be, managing your time and money into self-investment, into an investment that's going to create more wealth and abundance going forward. Okay, there's a reorganization of time and where my thoughts are going. Are my thoughts being wasted away on, negativity, on disbelief, on self-limiting thoughts, on blame of others, or blaming something outside of myself, like the state of the world, like some leader, some energy? Oh, it's their fault that I'm in this position. It's their fault that I'm stuck. No, this is about taking the power back, seeing that I truly am I am in the power seat of my own destiny, of at least, right, my own well-being, and the quality of my thoughts, and the quality of my living experience, of the quality of how I feel and my mood, right? How the living space in my own mind and body is. I have control over that. I don't have control over the whole world and what everyone else does, but I do have control over that. And so I need to look at what are the sleeping giants that are running my subconscious mind that are making me feel stuck or still or victimized by someone else. Those are the things that I need to switch, or that you are switching, that you are seeing. Okay, so that's why it's timely, because and everyone's going to be different. So I apologize if you're like, I've been doing this, right? It's like, if you have been, good for you. You are going through a major awakening. If this has not happened, this is still awakening for you. And you're going to start seeing the physical effects of this awakening, of this seeing, controlling the thoughts better, right? Of switching the thoughts from it's you to blame, you're making me feel this way, I'm victimized, or whatever it is, right? And switching it to I'm empowered, no one can affect me, my own thoughts and decisions, right? And what I put my own conscious awareness on is what's going to make me either feel good or feel bad, feel motivated or feel unmotivated, right? Feel like it's possible or like it's not possible, right? It's up to me. Okay, and so that's what's happening. You're going to start seeing the physical manifestations of those brilliant, beautiful, new awakening thoughts of this new self, of this new way forward. Okay, gorgeous. I love this energy so much. All right, we're going to get you guys one last card before you go. We'll do an oracle here. Priestess of the Light. There we go, calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Couldn't ask for a better closer here. You need to learn, or you are learning, okay, and this is part of the awakening, is calming your own emotions, self-regulation, going within yourself and knowing that you truly are in control of your emotional state, your mind, your thoughts, your well-being, okay? And so if you can keep those calm and cool and level, even if you could just come into acceptance and keeping them peaceful, and then you can find, the joy, the excitement or the happiness. But the honestly, the highest form is just keeping them at peace, right? And knowing and learning how to self-regulate, how to keep yourself in a peaceful, meditative place within yourself. And that will guide you the best way forward. That will truly make the biggest change within your life, within self. Okay, connecting in, with your peace, with your emotions, keeping yourself regulated. It's huge. And just having this clarity of thought, mind, emotion. And body is a huge part of that. That's what I do, right? If my thoughts, I can tell my thoughts, if I have a lot of energy, right, and my thoughts are going wild, I need to get out of my head, I need to get into my body, and I need to move. go for a walk, do some kind of exercise, right? Meditate. It's all these things that we need to come out of the mind that is just, filled with all of these things, or what we intake on a daily basis through media, social media, TV, whatever it is, on people around us, right? And we need to ground that, or we need to remove that. We need to come into the body, okay? And so we're not jumbled with all of these things that make us feel like we can't move, or we can't get to where we need to go, or that it's all too much, or that, it's them, or whatever it is, right? It allows us to come back into our power, back into the driver's seat. All right. So that was your message, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I really do, because you have big things that are happening that you're awakening into, and you're going to start seeing the effects of those things in the physical. And yeah, I just hope this was a helpful tool for you today. Let me know in the comments if it was, or what stage in this you're at. And I just saw 30:33 on the timer. So there you go. It's aligned. There's something big being created here. A lot of happiness. It's going to help you with your creativity, with your passions, with what you want to manifest. Okay. All right. So thank you again. And if you did enjoy this reading, if it resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. If you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. There's also some healing that I offer. If you'd like to know more information, you can check that out on the website, or you can email me, which is also down below. All right. With that being said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next reading. All of my love, pile 2. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is a divinely timed message for you. So, something you need to hear at this time. Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more time. You guys have the hematite here. Very heavy stone, weighty. Okay, maybe you're at a time where things are big decisions. Okay, maybe it feels heavy. It kind of feels like there's something weighing on your heart, or there's something that's big that's happening. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the matriarch. Wow. And then we have the 6 of Wands with victory. So yeah, you're about to have a major victory. It could be within your work, definitely within your physical space, that's going to allow you to come into, I want to say divine confidence, which is pretty crazy. Divine confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in maybe this is a business or your career. This is you reaching a new milestone. So this is like, you could be receiving an award, a recognition, recognition. There's I just feel like there's been a lot of work that's gone into something, and you're about to feel very much rewarded or paid back, or like something's been owed to you because of the amount that you've put into something. And so this could look like a raise. This could look like you getting more clients, you blowing up online, people, the words getting out about you, and it allows you to rise in stability, rise in financial security, but also as a person, rise in your self-confidence in who you are and what you do or what you provide. Okay. There is a major win, a major accomplishment. And that's this, it's this heavy weighted thing. It's it is big, right? It is something of great value. It is it's that, it's golden. It's weighty. Yeah, it is. It's not a small deal. It's not a small thing. It's a heavy thing. It's big. Okay, let's get more here. Yeah, it's reminding me of a medal, you're getting the gold, the biggest medal, and you could feel the weight of it around your neck. Doesn't mean this thing feels heavy, although it could mean more responsibility, but it just means that this is something that is like, it's something of great significance and value. Okay, are we taking? Yes, we are. All right, I'm going to move these up so now you've been able to see them without the glare. All right, so you have the Hierophant. You have the Sun, beautiful. And you have the Ten of Swords with oppression. So yeah, that might be that heavy, weighty energy here as well. It's something in your life is coming to an end. Something in your life that you felt. This could be whatever this win is, or this big accomplishment. It's happening now. Okay, you're in the process of it happening. It's happening for you in a very short period of time. That's why it's timely, right? It's divinely timed. It's here. Okay, it's breaking you free out of something that has kept you feeling stuck, or like you can't reach a certain goal, or that it's felt very limiting. Okay, your success has felt limited. You, as far as the moves you can make, has felt limited because maybe limited finances, right? And then finally you get this big kind of victory, this big win, and it allows things to open up to you. It allows you to feel freed from some kind of shackle or limitation, okay, or some kind of oppression in your life, something that's kept you feeling, held back, possibly. Okay, the Sun is coming in. There is a major, major blessing. The Sun is about to shine on you. It's going to free you. Okay, it's going to uplift you. You are going to feel very, very blessed, maybe even in the spotlight for some. We have the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You could definitely be stepping up in life, in leadership, in a higher position spiritually, okay, in a more grounded and in experienced level or experienced position. I just really feel like it's time for you to step into this role, because I almost feel like, okay, the matriarch, it's like the grandmother. What wisdom? You've gained such wisdom. We have the priest here, right? There's deep, deep intuitive earthly wisdom here, okay? Where it's like you know how to solve problems. You know good advice to give. Okay, you have some kind of maybe healing abilities or something about you that you listen, right? And people feel heard or understood. Or there's something about you that's going to make a great leader, someone that people listen to, that someone people feel understood by you, right? Heard, loved by you. There's this deep earthly wisdom that you're able to guide, help, show the way, nurture, make people feel supported, give good advice, give the right advice, give this wisdom because you have learned it, right? You've gone through it. You've experienced certain things that are now creating this win in your life, this beautiful blessing, this heart and eye-opening blessing about your life right now. And it's ending a cycle of difficulty, a cycle of limitation. Wow. It's like you're really, really stepping into a deeper sense of self and aligning with a higher sense of purpose. Okay? Which is super cool. It's a deepening and a heightening. So it's an anchoring into the groundedness, right? Into the earth, but then it's a heightening into the spiritual, into the receiving of deeper truths and being able to share those truths, being able to help others and serve in a higher sense. Yeah, you could definitely be reaching a new level of awareness and enlightenment. And that's creating this win. We have the devil here. All right, what do we need to know about the devil? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Are we going to take these? No. Can we get one more? Two more. Like, I'll do you one better. Okay. Something about the speed of something has been triggering fears. So something's felt like it's been at a standstill, like it hasn't been moving at all, like stubborn energy. I feel like this is a mule here, like it looks more like a donkey to me than a horse. Yeah, it's felt like something's been very stubborn, slow to move. Very little has been going on or gaining progress. Maybe it's felt like a long time since you've been doing something a long time. You haven't had the success, or you haven't had the outcomes that you thought you would. It's just felt very, very stubborn, slow moving. Okay, and I think that was something that your soul had to learn. That was very much connected to your shadow. Okay. Maybe a big kind of rushing energy, needing to slow down, needing to learn patience. Okay. It was very much triggering you, or the fear of not having something made it slow, right? It was like maybe you're grabbing onto it too hard. The Four of Swords, there we go. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah. You slowing down, you being able to relax, okay? And that's what is now shining the light on this thing, having it work, having it open. That's what it was. It was teaching you that it's okay for things to be slow, and that's why it was slow, okay? To teach you to see what was there that was connected in with a fear, with an attachment, okay, with a method of trying to control the energy. And then I think finally it's like you rested. Finally, I've given up. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let this happen. And then look, the light is being shone, and that's what gives. Then you finally find the answer. You make it through the maze. That was the key to it the whole time, was to just kind of. You're like, okay, if this is the energy, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna put the swords down. I'm going to not try to make this happen so hard. So, be so attached to this. If this is the energy, I'm gonna get on board with it. And because you did that, and this could also be you even working things out in your sleep, in your dreams, okay? But I really feel like it was asking you to slow down. And you had to slow down to release the attachment of it, of needing it, or of needing it to be now, because I'm in this like oppressed, I'm in this very limited situation, environment, right? You could say, let's use the example of prison. I want my sentence to be over now. But the more you struggle, the harder it is. The more you struggle, the longer it feels and the longer it takes. Right? The more you struggle, the more trouble you get into, and then your sentence grows bigger. So you had to learn, I'm going to use this time, I'm going to slow down, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to forget about the time, or become unattached to the outcome, to the end of it all, of when, how, when's it going to happen? I need it now. Right? You released control, you calmed the mind, you let go. Now you are making it through the maze. Now you found the answer, and it's the ace. You're breaking free. You're having a breakthrough. Okay, you finally have found the answer that you've been looking for a long time. You're getting the breakthrough, the win, the success, the victory, okay? And that might come through an idea, that might come through a new beginning, a new thought, okay, a new state of mind. It's just the mind clears and the way is shown. Wow. It's like, yeah, I'm getting this, like, it's like the struggle, you're struggling. And the more you struggle, the more things, the more you get all huffed and lost, right? Because you're like, I'm stressed, I'm just panicking, I'm not calm, right? So you get more and more entangled in the maze. And then you finally get so tired and entangled, and you go, then you know what, I'm giving up. I'm just like gonna lay here and I'm gonna sleep. And in the morning you wake up and you're there. And the sun comes out, the fog clears, and you're there. And it's like, what? Like, that's what I had to do. I had to lay down. I had to rest. Yeah. There's the fog, right? You are so entangled by this. Oh my gosh, this could be, all of the past of other, a feeling, the obligations, a feeling it needs to be now, or having certain ideas of how things need to be and the way it needs to be, and controlling it and pushing it and making it happen. It's all of this stress and weight, right? The weight, that's what I was feeling, the weight of all of it on my shoulders. I was putting it all on myself, right? And just needing it to happen, and how is it all going to happen? It just felt all so heavy, all of the burdens, right? And you're finally putting it down, and the way is being cleared, the way is being shown. You just had to learn how to relax, how to rest, right? How to trust in the timing, how to not be so attached to the outcome, or to the how it's going to happen, or when is it happening. And look at that. The way is shown. Okay, you are about to find the light, find the victory. You are having a victory. You are about to stumble upon it, or it's just about to be revealed to you. Okay, where it's finally opening up your desire, this thing that you've been working towards or wanting to have happen, okay, is finally revealing itself to you. And it just needed you to relax, okay? And the more you relax, the more the light will come in, the more the way will be shown, the clearer it will be, okay? There's a big weight being lifted off of you with this victory, with this win, with this accomplishment. All right, we have schizophrenia. You've been in between worlds for a long time. You're finally about to come into union. Okay, you're about to melt in with your desire, come into union with what you've been trying to make happen for so long. Okay, and now it is coming into you. Okay, you are about to take the leap forward into the new adventure, come into union with this thing. It's going to become a part of you. It's going to become a part of your life. You're going to be a part of it. Okay, it's all going to be so clear and so beautiful. It's going to feel incredible. You're finally going to come out of this in-between stage, this like, this purgatory, and you're going to have it in your life. You're going to become a part of it. It's going to become a part of you. You're going to be fully in it, fully encapsulated in it. 8 of Wands, traveling. There is some kind of new adventure. Perhaps it is physically traveling for some. For others, this is going to be this part of this new adventure where you're finally on it. You're finally able to move on this pathway, up and up and up. Okay, you're finally going to be able to begin this this adventure or this path or this I want to say highway to success for some reason that's coming in. Highway to success, okay? You're finally making leeway. It's finally going to be, you're going to be on the trail, right? Where it's not just this idea, you're finding the trail, you're on it. You're now, living in it. Okay, these are the cards we're going to take. By the way, this, the medieval feather, this is the only one I do reversals with, okay? Because there are specific meanings. So we have romance here, the lovers, and we do have the Two of Cups. For many of you, this could definitely be coming into a union with relationship, okay? But for others, this is finally, yes, you coming into union with what your higher self has been trying to align you with for a long time, what you've been being called towards, what you feel, you've been trying to make happen and trying to make work. It's finally here. It's finally, you're ready. It's ready. It's finally ready for you both to come into divine union, divine love, and live. And it really gives me that like paradise. We see Cupid, like living in some kind of paradise, living in your most ideal way. And it gives you that freedom that feeling of freedom, right? Where it's like what you want wants you, and finally we can be together. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse with derailing. Beautiful, because we had it up right before with the Devil. And now with this being in reverse, I see that you have finally come into acceptance of where and where you are and within the energy, and letting go. And now finally the stubborn energy is being derailed, and it's going to start moving. Okay, you're coming into union. So whatever that was blocking it, that was slowing it down, that was making it unmoving, that is now being derailed, taken off your path, freed up. Okay, the pathway is now going to be open. The solution's going to be here. You're now free to come into union with what it is you want, with your victory, with your success. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands with lethargy in reverse, and the Fool with freedom. That's exactly what I was picking up. Freedom. You are being freed from oppression, freed from the derailing, free from the lethargy of it all. Maybe the low energy, feeling lethargic about our dreams, feeling like, you know what? Spirit's calling me to read this out of the book for you, because I feel like there's a message in there I'm not quite grasping, and I need to see it. Okay. So I want to read this, but I also don't want you to get here. We're going to read it. It says, you are not putting all your efforts into complying with any type of teamwork as you had agreed, and everyone around you is becoming impatient. They perceive you as lazy and useless. If you don't want to separate from the group and work on your own, you best start making an effort to participate. Show your peers you have a lot to offer. This will result in people wanting to work with you, and you may be surprised at how much easier it is to achieve in a group than on your own. Now, I don't necessarily think that is our message, but it gives us the idea, okay, that you might have been trying to make something happen on your own, and maybe the reality is that you do need help, or you do need to work with somebody, okay? But I feel like the lethargy here is actually, and because we see that with the Two of Cups too, So there might be someone who you need to ask for help or invite in, and be open with working with other people, be open to, receiving ideas and help. That could definitely be a message for someone. But I feel like because we had the the Six of Wands, and we had the Knight of Pentacles, both of these upright, right? Telling us that we're having success, telling us that things were stuck and unmoving. Now it being in the reverse with freedom, right, is saying that now we are being freed from the success not working, from the stubborn, unmoving energy being freed up, okay? We are coming into the finally being able to reach the success, finally having some kind of recognition, finally the stubborn energy being able to move, becoming free of the oppression or of the stuckness within our own minds, maybe the stubbornness of ourselves, of that, like, it needs to happen now, or this is the way it needs to happen, and kind of letting go. That might mean letting someone help us, letting go of the idea of, I can do it on my own. I'll always be alone. I don't need anyone in my life, right? To realizing I would like someone in my life. I would like to have this happen, but maybe letting go of the how or the who or how's this going to happen? And so that's finally now moving the energy, and we're coming into union, right? The doorway is being opened. We are being freed of these things. Okay. Maybe a certain lightness of attitude and a certain acceptance of the way things are. Instead of this, trying to control or manipulate or, feeling that lethargic about our situation, perhaps, about the way things have been. And coming into love, coming into unity, into appreciation. Knight of Pentacles. Wow, you have it 3 times now. Holy smokes. Okay, what else? 6 of Cups. And the Chariot. There we go. So, again with this message, there is a blessing coming in your life. Okay, there is a blessing coming in your life that is very much connected with something you've been desiring or wanting for a long time. Something that is very much connected with your inner child. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is finally moving. You are getting on a motorized vehicle, okay? It is time to move. It is time to venture forward. It is time to make moves, to have a win, to have a victory, to have success. After a long time of it feeling slow, unmoving, stubborn, stuck, it's finally time for you to have this blessing and to move towards it, to come into union with it. We're going to get you guys an oracle before we leave. I'm also getting, with this card, I'm getting an insight about maybe you've been stubborn. Let's say within your success, you've been stubborn about, let's say you offer something, right? You offer some kind of service, but you have been lethargic or kind of stubborn or blocking working with people one-on-one, and instead trying to do things online only. Okay, that's a message for somebody, and this is telling you that the key to your success was you finally just stop being so stubborn about it and coming into union, working one-on-one with people. Okay, That was here giving you, that is the blessing. That's what's going to give you the most happiness, success, and joy and freedom. Okay, and that's what you're moving to. It's going to help you serve in the best way. All right. Sacred purpose, eternal flame, ancestral legacy. Exactly. You are connecting now deeper into your purpose. You are awakening. There's a door opening for allow you and your purpose to come into alignment on a deeper level, on a heightened level. Okay, where you're actually receiving success, or you're aligning to the best modality or to the best way into achieving, into serving your purpose. And this one wanted to come out as well. Balance, stability, standing firm. Yeah, it's important to continue to be stable and not fall into. It's like be firm and be stable, but don't be stubborn. Okay, don't fall into laziness. Just continue to stay balanced, moving ahead when you gain this success. Okay, and when you align, because you are meant to be a very stable, secure figure to maybe many people. Okay, and so staying balanced is extremely important. I'm going to read that one actually too before we go. Okay, I guess they want me to read the sacred purpose. All right, the priestess of the holy fire is bringing you an important message about your sacred purpose. She holds the spark of the eternal flame in her hand, bearing witness to the light of antiquity that lives in each of us. This eternal flame represents your soul presence through time, but it is not limited to your own experience. It extends throughout your personal lineage, going back to your ancient ancestors and moving forward to the descendants yet to come. Your ancestors are calling you home. Their energy pulsates through your veins in your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that has come together to create the person you are at this moment. This is your cultural, spiritual, and familial past reminding you that it's important to honor your ancestors and consider the value they have brought to your life. Also, be conscious of the energy you are perpetuating in the cultural, spiritual, and familial legacy you are leaving behind. Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestess would tend the sacred flame, thereby keeping balance, among the elemental kingdoms of earth, fire, air, and water. In fact, you may have had important past lives in such societies, perhaps even as a priest or priestess. We see that with the Hierophant, with this high intention. Know that the purpose of balancing the energy in your life and in the world still resonates within you. It is up to you to hold all that is sacred as your charge and your responsibility. The ancestors are calling you to restore balance to Mother Earth once again. Wow. Affirmation: I honor the eternal flame within. I value my ancestral heritage, and I perpetuate the sacred energy for those yet to come. So clearly you are being asked to awaken to something deep, something you've been working on for many lifetimes, something that's been in your ancestral line for many lifetimes. So this is part of you, coming into union with the highest form of that, and stepping into that role and stepping into the confidence of that, and the knowing that this is what you were always meant to do and be a part of, and that, it is for this greater purpose and greater importance. Okay, so this is something very deep and impactful. It says the priestess of balance walks a steady line, looking ahead yet staying centered. This card is telling you that restoring order and balance to your life will be important at this time. So take a good look at the energy and the effort you expend every day. If something's disproportionate, it may cause you to lose your center and your stamina and even your peace of mind. Ask yourself, are you engaging in too much work and not enough fun? Too much taking care of others and too little taking care of yourself. What about practical matters? Are you eating healthfully and drinking enough water? Are you getting enough muscle movement and peaceful relaxation? All these approaches can be easily abandoned when you get busy or stressed, but those are precisely the times when you need stability and balance most. Notice the light in the palms of this priestess, right and left, receptive and active, or energized, extending up to the universal connection. She displays an equal focus on yin and yang energy and calls for you to become more energetically conscious. If you tend to be passive, it's time to stand firm in support of your own higher intentions. Yet, if you tend to be active with little or no reflection on meaning or purpose, now is the time to look inward and find some balance there. You can achieve balance simply by paying attention to the needs of your daily life. When you make choices that honor your body, spirit, and personal priorities, you create the stability and stamina necessary to see you through to the fruition of your greatest dreams and desires. Affirmation. I have the power to prioritize myself. I choose to live a balanced, healthy, and honoring life every day. And I love that we got that message, because that was a message that was in pile 1 and pile 2, right? The cards clearly were saying that. With you, it didn't come out in the cards. So I'm very, very glad that it did here, that this is a reoccurring advice for all of us at this time to stay balanced. Okay, so making sure that we are filled, because we truly are awakening into a deeper level at this time. We are deepening into our purpose, right? Aligning more true to it. And so that's going to come with more responsibility. That's going to come with, yes, a sense of purpose and alignment, but also that has to stay balanced. We have to stay the middle way, because we can fall into lethargy, we can fall into laziness, we can burn out, right? And so it's important that we stay healthy and balanced in our day-to-day lives so that we can have true stamina, long-term success, help as many people show up in the fullness of who we are, and be able to serve in that way. All right. So that was your reading, pile 3. Beautiful reading. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to share anything about your path, about your, about your experience, anything that's been happening. And also, if you did like and connect with this reading, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. If you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. I also offer some other energy healing modalities there if you'd like to check it out. And if you have any questions, email me. My email is down below as well. Thank you so much, pile number 3. I will see you guys in the next reading. All of my love. Peace.